gentlemen, my statement today will briefly focus on the continuing efforts of the United Nations with regard to the crisis in Ukraine. The Secretary General has continued to engage with key actors with the aim of de-escalating the situation. During my recent mission to Ukraine, I stressed the importance of inclusive government and the need to preserve multi-ethnic, multicultural, and multilingual Ukraine. My mission to Ukraine was followed by that of Assistant Secretary General for Human Rights, Ivan Simonovich. In the meantime, a UN human rights monitoring mission is being deployed in Ukraine in order to have an objective assessment as what is happening on the ground. I wish to recall that during my mission to Ukraine, I reported encountering a country grappling with a series of fast-moving and serious political, security, and economic challenges. Since that mission, the crisis appears only to have deepened. Instead of the escalation, tensions in Crimea and eastern Ukraine continue to rise. Subsequently, Crimea declared its independence, which in turn was recognized by the Russian Federation. On the 17th of March, the European Union and the United States moved to apply targeted sanctions against Russian and Crimean officials. On the 18th of March, President Vladimir Putin signed a treaty which the Parliament of the Russian Federation is expected to begin ratifying to make Crimea the part of Russian Federation. At the same time, the government in Kyiv has committed to never accept Crimea's independence of annexation, stating that Crimea is an integral part of Ukraine. Yesterday, reports are emerging that 2 Ukrainian naval bases in Crimea have been taken over by pro-Russian forces or identified groups. This followed reports that Ukrainian officers was killed in front of Ukrainian military base on the outskirts of Simferopol. While initial reports suggest that the seizures of bases have so far occurred without bloodshed, such developments obviously carry grave risks. Secretary General has constantly underlined the importance of avoiding further provocative actions and refraining from incitement. These latest events have heightened tensions and added new layers of complexity to an already precarious situation. We are now faced with the risk of dangerous further escalation that could have ramifications of international peace and security and have serious significance for the Council and for the United Nations. In a wider perspective, we should recall that the Russian Federation and Ukraine remain neighbors with close historical, cultural, economic, and political ties. It is our view that it is in the interest of all of us that these two nations have positive ties with each other and with the broader region. But the first step in that direction has to be based on the immediate de-escalation and restraint in the present crisis. Failure to make significant progress on this issue today as the united community of our nations will greatly increase the chances of armed conflict. We are counting on the diplomatic skills and professionals of all delegates to address this emerging crisis in a timely and effective manner. Thank you.